Hey there Pisces, welcome to my video. I'm here to do a quick reading for you for your astrology for the month of November. We're actually going to be looking at the energies for November 30th. So we're going to be looking at the energies for the end of the month. That's going to give us an idea of what the energies for, the first, second, and third week of November is actually leading up to. So I'm going to try to talk as loud as I can. And let's see what the energies of November 30th are looking like for you. I'm going to go house by house, and I'm only going to talk about the houses that actually have planets in them. And we're not going to do the nodes. I'm going to look at Mars, your sexual energy and physical energy, your motivation, Uranus, the unexpected. I'm also going to be looking at your planet ruler, Neptune, Venus, the planet of love and money, and Jupiter, the planet of expansion and abundance. So, Pisces, let's do it. All right, let's start with this first house here. Your first house talks about your self-image, new beginnings, your physical appearance. And here I'm seeing that Mars is basically conjunct Neptune. And what this is telling me is that, and they're both direct, which is good news. That's very good. What this is telling me is that at this time, Pisces, you're probably feeling like your physical energies, your physical intentions are actually in line with your dreams and the things that you hope for. And that's fantastic. So that tells me that in terms of new beginnings or things you may be thinking of doing at this time to kind of improve your appearance, you have the energy and the kind of like know-how aligned with your desires to kind of make things happen right now in terms of new beginnings. So I'd say go ahead, because you kind of have like the inner knowing, the feeling, the I want to say perception, but I almost want to say intuition to know what is right for you at this time. So the planets have your back. Take action and go ahead and, embrace new beginnings and doing things that will improve your appearance. Okay, Pisces. So next I'm going to be looking at Uranus in your second house. Now, Uranus in your second house retrograde is definitely not a nice thing. Nobody's going to enjoy that, especially with it squaring here. We're seeing it square the North Node in your fifth house. Nobody enjoys having Uranus in the second house because Uranus is the planet of the unexpected. However, when Uranus does go direct, it can bring some fantastic, amazing, unexpected gifts as well. So it brings things that are unexpected that we don't like, and when it's in, and that's in the retrograde, and when it is moving forward, it can bring unexpected gifts that we do like. But presently, you still have that Uranus in your second house retrograde, which can kind of cause things to happen unexpectedly in terms of your finances. You may also find at this time that you are kind of having to reevaluate your values at this time, which can be quite healthy, because I had to do the same thing this year. Basically, you might have an idea in your mind, oh, well, this would be ideal for me. This is what I would like, and this is what it would look like. It looks like Uranus is coming along for your finances and your values and saying, oh, you thought what? No, I don't think so. It's really like this. It will just give you that smackdown reality, like, whatever you were thinking, you can forget it, because if you're living in this world, it ain't happening like the shit that you built in your head. That happened to me this year too, like I said. Don't worry about it. It's not just you. All right, so like I said, I'm not looking at the nodes. Okay, so there's moon in Scorpio. I didn't check to see if it was a new moon, but I think they did say there was a new moon in Scorpio at the end of November, taking place in your seventh house, Pisces. Well, that's interesting. Okay, so you may find at this time, well, this can mean a couple of things. Pisces, you may be meeting somebody new at this time with that moon in the, well, not exactly on that day, but maybe like a few days after, a few days before, you may find that you meet somebody new who actually turns into a long-term relationship. If it is not that, I would say again, you are re-evaluating what you want in a relationship, what you're willing to give, what you would like from a partner in terms of the emotional exchange. This is new moon in Scorpio. Scorpio is all about feelings and digging deeper. Scorpio's the total opposite of being superficial. So again, you might be kind of coming down to earth. You may have had some experiences recently which made you the word that's coming to mind is rebuild, but the proper word I should be using is transform. So you may have had some experiences lately that are allowing you to emotionally transform what it is that you want in a relation, in terms of your thinking, in terms of your needs and your thinking, what it is that you want in a romantic relationship at this time, and also what you are willing to give. So it's like it's mutual, especially when it's in the seventh house. It's mutual. You are evaluating what you're willing to give, and you're also evaluating what you would like ideally in return. Okay, Pisces, and that was your moon here. I probably didn't. I forgot to circle it. Okay, Pisces, let's have a look at your eighth house. The eighth house is probably a very interesting house to me. It talks about transformation, rebirth, the sex, regeneration. People say other people's resources, but I like to think of it as money for service, money that comes in from service. Yeah, so Venus in this placement is actually very good for you, especially since you have this over here. This is like, I don't want to use too strong words, but Uranus in the second house, it's not my favorite, okay? But having Venus in the eighth house can kind of offset that because Venus is the money planet as well as the love planet. So having Venus in your eighth house, Pisces, is actually a very good thing. Venus will help you to attract money to you. Venus will also help you to attract a partner who may be somewhat different or unconventional in the opinions and minds of other people. So you could find yourself attracting somebody who is maybe someone not what you're used to. That person may also have a very high sex drive. I'm just saying, okay? Because the eighth house is such a it's ruled by Scorpio. Okay, we all know what Scorpios are known for. So you may find yourself attracting somebody at this time who has a high sex drive, or who looks a little different. Who looks a little different than what other people expect you to, or just different. Period. Maybe they have a lot of tattoos. Maybe they have a lot of piercings. They could be a different ethnic background than you. About this money thing again. So Venus helps us, and it's in Libra. Okay, that's good. Venus helps us to, it shows where we're getting like a boost, a little help in terms of our finances. So, this Venus in the eighth house, could it bring you an unexpected gift? Yes, I think so, on its way out, and it is in the 28th degree. So it is on its way out. So you may find that you do get an unexpected financial gift somehow, or some type of opportunity, something like that. In terms of what sector you could make money in, I'd say anything to do with beauty. I'd say going into that, or if you're in that right now, you may have noticed that you have a boost in an increase in terms of your earnings somehow. Okay, Pisces, let's keep going. Okay, would you look at this? Pisces, you have a very packed 10th house. Your 10th house talks about career and your reputation. It's also the house of like work and kind of long-term planning. It's ruled by the zodiac sign of Capricorn. Capricorns are very hardworking and they think about the long haul. So the 10th house is ruled by Saturn. Saturn is like work hard and reap the rewards. It's also my planet of karma. I'm not talking about karma. I'm not talking about Saturn in particular at this time. I'm just talking about what the 10th house represents. Okay, fantastic news, Pisces. You have Jupiter in your 10th house in the sign of Sagittarius. Jupiter in Sagittarius is fantastic because it's fire in fire, which tells me you're gonna see some change here. This is not any light type of transit. You're going to see some significant change or improvements here. You also have Mercury, which is joining it. Mercury is retrograde at this time, November 30th, 2018. So we want to be sure, for you in particular, that we are double checking any documents or any information that is being exchanged, especially where it may be important to career or setting up any contracts. We want to just double check information so that we're not kind of having to go over any problems in the long run. So Mercury is sitting in your 10th house with Jupiter in that 10th house and also the Sun. This is fantastic, Pisces. So I'm going to set Mercury aside for a second here and just look at your Jupiter and the Sun together. They are conjunct. The Sun is 7 degrees, Jupiter is at 4 degrees, and they're both in Sagittarius. What this is telling me, Pisces, is you're going to see some significant, I'm going to use this word because I really like it, some significant booms in terms of your career. You can expect some increases in terms of your career, which also probably equates to an increase in your finances. I'm seeing that you will be expanding somehow. I'm seeing that you will be growing somehow. This is a fantastic time for you, Pisces, to put yourself out there. I highly recommend you go and have a YouTube channel, some type of store online, because I'm seeing your career increasing and booming with that Sun and that Jupiter there. And I'm looking at the time frame of November 30th. But from what I know, the Sun will be in Sagittarius probably until about the 20th. So if you haven't already done so, please take this time to start something such as a YouTube channel, Facebook page, some type of store. And I'm seeing it grow with that Jupiter there. Jupiter is one of my favorite planets because of what it represents. It represents luck, expansion, opportunity, and growth. Jupiter is an all-around benevolent planet. Okay, Pisces, let's keep going. I want to clear away that circle. Okay, Pisces, guess what? You have a packed 11th house. The 11th house is the house of hopes, dreams, and wishes, Pisces. And you've got Saturn right here, Pluto right here, and your south node there. All right. The advice I'm about to give you is a little bit unique for the way that I read, Pisces. What this is telling me is that if you focus on being creative, maybe you have some children in your life, I'm not sure, but focus on being creative. Maybe even dating. Focus on that and you will reap the rewards of this. What this is telling me is that in terms of your hopes, dreams, and wishes, you've got something stable coming, and I can't know what that is. You have to know how this applies. Saturn talks about, again, that was what I was talking about when I was talking about the 10th house. Saturn rules the 10th house. Saturn is stability. Saturn is hard work. Saturn is your karma coming back to you. And Pluto is like a regeneration, like a reconstruction. So it's like an opportunity to like become anew. And you have both of these in your 11th house of hopes, dreams, and wishes. But there is a catch. You have to focus on this North Node. And your North Node falls in the 5th house of creativity, children, the father, looking after yourself, treating yourself like royalty. It also talks about dating, but I wouldn't really focus so much on that because that involves other people. But focus on being creative, looking after yourself, treating yourself like royalty, treating yourself well. What else can I say about the 5th house? Focus on those things and you will reap the rewards of this. And so that's just the way the nodes work. I wouldn't so much focus on this. So what I'm telling you is don't focus on the 11th house. Don't focus on your hopes, dreams, and wishes. Focus on this, being creative, and you will reap the rewards that karma and your 11th house has for you, Pisces. Okay, Pisces, I think I did do the first house already. And yeah, that's your reading for November 30th, 2018. It's been an absolute pleasure. I do hope you'll join me again, Pisces. And again, you're watching The Happiness Goddess. I'm here just doing some astrology readings for you guys. And I hope that you are having a fantastic November 2018. Bye for now.